So you're looking for a workout to increase your vertical jump. Then you came to the right address. I recorded my entire leg day to increase my vertical jump next to also having volleyball practice. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, obviously the base of every solid workout is a solid warm-up. Personally, I don't really follow a strict warm-up routine, but there are still some exercises that I do every single time. For example, here, these hip flexor stretches in the lunge position. And I just make sure that every joint, every tendon, every muscle is properly warmed up and will be ready for more heavy movements and more complex movements. So, alright, for our first exercise, we're already at the squat rack, and also here, before putting on any weight, I'm gonna do some warm-up reps with just the bar, just to really get a feel for the movement, for my muscles, for everything. And I'm gonna try to go down as low as possible, even though it's not like the best for my back. Having a rounded back at the bottom is obviously not good, but here, because it's such low weight, I'm gonna be able to do it like this. So what I'm gonna do now is 4 sets of increasing weight. The first set starts at 8 reps and then going down by 2 reps each set. So the last set is just 2 reps, and I really want to hit or push failure on every single set. I'm going to start with 60 kg. Never mind, I'm going to start with the 100 kg for 8 reps. But first, also with the 60, I'm going to do a quick, some warm-up reps to have my body under a bit of weight. Yeah, buddy. Right now, this is my first working set with 100 kilograms. Man, I love squatting. So now, since the 100 felt really easy for 8, I'm going to jump straight to 120 kgs for my next 6 reps. How you can hopefully see here, I really push into the bar before lifting it off. I don't know if it's actually good or if it's just bullshit, but it really helps me to keep tension. Like Ronnie Coleman used to say, if you can pick it up, it's lightweight, baby. Do you seriously still think just a workout is going to increase your vertical jump by inches? Then you're wrong. Down in my link below, you're going to find my school, where I teach you every secret and every technique there is to increasing your vertical jump. It's still free, but it's going to be for a limited time, so be quick. Yeesh. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, guys. At least clean up after yourself after your squat, because if your mom doesn't work here or work out here, who's gonna clean up? So our next exercise is gonna be a single leg extension for 2 sets each until absolute muscle failure, until you're willing to cry until you want to call for your mom, until you don't want it anymore. I'm doing 60 kgs right now and hoping to see, for about 10 reps. 10 reps each, 8 to 10 I'd say. Here I try to be really explosive on the way up, hold it for a short time at the top and then really control the negative to go down. Left leg. Alright, next up is Nordic curls. In my opinion, the best hamstring exercise there is. So the only one I do. I superset it with standing calf raises for 3 sets. Till failure. With this exercise, you have to be really careful because it is a very difficult exercise and also really straining on your legs. Please don't overdo yourself, just start with the negatives, try to control the negatives, and sometime you will be able to also do a positive, but like I said, it's a really, really difficult exercise. Here you want to go as far into a stretch on the bottom as possible until you can't do it anymore, and even then just bounce around on your toes a bit. Just please wear better shoes than I am doing. Here you see me doing isometric deadlift holds. I just press against a bar and with all my force and all my might, I try to lift up the bar, which obviously isn't possible because it's blocked. I like to do it for maximum force output to allow my body to go to its limit at least once. So yeah, for this exercise, the goal is to be shaking. I just do it twice because like it's a hard exercise. Oh shit. But yeah, it's the only isometric hold I do because spamming them I don't think is really too beneficial. So I'm just gonna leave it at 2 sets. Now on to the second to last exercise. Second to last exercise. Adductors, I like to call it the zesty machine because I always be walking zesty after I finish a set. I'm gonna do it for 2 or 3 sets. I'm not fixed on it. I'm gonna start with very light weight to just get comfortable with the movement because me personally here in the hip region, I'm really immobile. Just with 50 kgs, some small reps to stretch it to get comfortable with this movement. And then I'm gonna start adding some weight. So for the first reset, onto 75 kilograms. Ow. Second set, and I'm full stack in this motherfucker. Oh, this machine makes me want to cry. For real. And now for the final exercise. We're just on the ground. For our hip flexors, I'm just gonna do simple hip flexor leg raises, because personally I've had already 3 injuries on my right hip flexor, sprinting and jumping. So right now, for me it's a non-negotiable, but it's also a very important muscle if you want to jump or sprint. I'm not going to count the reps. I'm just going to do some in order to strengthen my hip flexors. And I try to lean my upper body as forward as possible without like having to sacrifice range of motion. So my abs and especially my hip flexors stay engaged. If I were here, it would be way less effective. Also, I make sure to never fully set my heel down to the ground, so I just keep the time under tension. I'm just gonna do 2 more sets of these, and then that will be it. And I'm gonna stretch them to hopefully not be too sore tomorrow and the day after, because I still wanna walk. So this will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and consider subscribing, like this video. Like I said, down in the description, the first link will lead you to all my socials, which also means my school, where I will teach you anything you want in more detail.